Hi there, I'm Tricia Pine. Rejoice in yourvoice.com, home of the complete vocal system. I help men and women whose voice is their livelihood. From performing, to singing, to being the face of your business and public speaking, if you depend on your voice every day, but are not quite getting the results that you want, I'm here to help. When I finished reading Talent Is Overrated by Geoff Colvin, I could not wait to share with you the principles that he shared around deliberate practice. You see, I feel that our practice time is one of the areas that we can absolutely control. We can set aside that time, we can manage our schedules, we can demand the mental focus, we can have the design plan. So this book gives us great ideas of how to really take the shift from being kind of amateur or average in our practice time to being excellent and really getting that professional level that we deserve so that we can meet our end goals. And that's what I want. I want to take you to a new level of excellence so that you can reach your desired goals. Over the last couple weeks, this is kind of a recap here. The first week, what I wanted you to do for your homework was to just get a baseline of how much time you actually put in practicing, okay? Second week, the first principle that Geoff shared is that we need to have a plan that specifically improves performance, okay? So go back to that lesson if you haven't listen to it yet. It's a great one, and it'll really help you chunk it down so that you can be super strategic, right on target. This week, are you ready for this week's principle? Okay, principle number 2 is that it can be repeated a lot. And like last week's, don't be fooled by the simplicity of this statement. It can be repeated a lot. The it and the how are the differentiating factors of how you can reach your wanted outcome. So staying in that learning zone, that having that mental focus while you look at something in your designed plan, what are you going to choose to repeat a lot? What are the elements in your strategic plan that you can have that high volume of repetition and still stay in that learning zone? So Geoff Colvin shares this quote. He shares this from his book. He says, high repetition is the most important difference between deliberate practice of a task and performing the task for real when it counts. And then he gives an example about Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods may face that buried ball in the sand only 2 or 3 times in a season. And what if those were his only opportunities to work on hitting that shot? He certainly wouldn't be able to hit it very well. So how does this apply to us? How can we take this idea of high repetition? So for speakers and singers and performers, it's a little different than a pianist or a violinist or an instrumentalist that can sit and do those over and over and over again. But don't let that stop you. Let's find what we can repeat at high volume. Giving you an example of what I'm going to work on. Last week I shared with you that I want to work on the lifted soft palate and having that relaxed tongue all throughout my range and throughout any word that I can say. So I know that it's always there, neutral and lifted. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to first find the easiest way in. I'm going to go to a part of my range that's a piece of cake that I can get really a lot of awareness around, kind of like getting that baseline for myself. So then I'm going to work on that, and I'm going to pick an easy vowel. For me, an ooh or an ah usually works really well. Then, once I get that sensation in my body, I can feel it, and I also get the visual cue that my tongue staying really relaxed. I know that my soft palate is lifted in that range. Then I'll start to stretch it, okay, because I already know what it's going to feel like. Then I stretch it into the outer parts of my range. Then what I'll do, and I'll repeat that a lot, then what I'll do is I'll pick another vowel, because that will shift what the tongue's doing and how the soft palate may be relating to it, okay? So then I'll pick another vowel. I'll go through all the vowels. up and down my range, repeating, 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 finding that place where I'm happy in reaching that goal, but getting the muscle memory around knowing what that feels like. Then I'm going to add consonants. I'll pick some of those bugaboo consonants for me that I know that my tongue likes to get involved in, and I'll work on that in the easy part of my range. Then I'll work it to the outer part of my range, and then I'll pick different vowels and different consonants, same consonants, different vowels. I'll rework it. That's my strategy, and I know that I can repeat it at high volume. I could easily spend 3 to 6 months doing this. Then I may add it to a song, because some of those words and the diphthong combinations and some of the ending consonants leading into the next word, totally different territory, okay? But I have already worked into my body and trained my tongue to be relaxed and that soft palate to be lifted. So it's kind of like compound interest. You don't have to do this intensive work forever, because your body, if we take the time and do the high volumes, those high reps, then we're going to be able to get those results more quickly and that level of excellence that we want. All right? Does that give you some idea? I hope so. So look at your design plan that you did last week. See what you can repeat at high volume and that you can get the feedback so that you know that you're really staying on task in the learning zone and getting the results that you want. I want to share with you a couple more things. This is a quote, a quick one by Colvin. The most effective deliberate practice activities are those that can be repeated at high volume, okay? So how's this going to shift your practice this week? Okay, take it to that new level. And I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes by Aristotle. And he says that we are what we repeatedly do. This means that excellence is not an act, but a habit. All right, I look forward to hearing from you. I want to know how it's going, what's working, where are you getting stuck, okay? Have a great time, and no matter what, always rejoice in your voice. Bye-bye.